I don't have a linebacker. We got a couple front guys. 2 defensive tackles here. Have at it, Adam.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's fired up, and he's committed to the program. I like Coach Eckler a lot.
He brings it every day, intensity, high intensity, expects the best out of you. Great coach. I don't know. That might just be
it's all
him.
natural.
Yeah, that's all natural.
It's all natural.
He just brings it.
Mike is one of the unique. He's a great coach, and I tell you what, he's a better guy, husband and dad too. Now his kid, he's got a neat deal. We're fortunate to had a relationship to get him and offer him good opportunity. He's going to be a part of us changing what we're doing, and I know we got a lot of work to do defensively, but he'll be a big part of it. You know, we've made some strides, I think. We've taken a few junior college players to help us, 2 backers, 3 guys in the secondary, defensive ends. So we're going to have a little bit more maturity there. These got 2 senior defensive tackles plus a 3rd one, so hopefully we'll be able to anchor down and play a little more salty and play at a Big Ten level inside. Of course, we don't play the schools in the Nebraska school here for a few years, but we got to play better run D. Same time, to say we're going to play great defense right now is not the case. We got to play some good stop D, where when we get a team on schedule, get an opportunity for a loose ball, to get a ball, to get a break on a ball, to make a sack and cause a turnover, we got to create some stops. I think the real thing of helping our defense is we're a football program that's got to score more. And when you score 18 points a game, we're not going to win a lot of games at Indiana. And we scored 18.3 or 4 in Big Ten play. So a part of helping our defense is an offense that starts putting some points on the board. I'm used to doing that, and I think that's going to help these guys play a lot better defense. Changes as far as? Well, again, we took some defensive help. You know, we were pretty young offensively, other than Will, who's our only senior on offense that's significantly playing. You know, we played 16 freshmen, and a lot of those guys were, you know, the quarterback, running backs, receivers, offensive linemen. We had about 3 freshman offensive linemen playing a lot last year. So we had a void defensively. The defense took some hit with graduation, and we felt we needed some defense. So some of the things as far as adding guys from the junior college perspective was geared to helping the defense with depth and competition. I think the real change we made is a hiring of an offensive coordinator in Seth Luttrell coming from Arizona. His ties go back to Mike Leach at Texas Tech for 5 years, and I think last year they were 3rd in the nation throwing the football. I think where we are, that we're going to run the ball and have balance, but I don't think we're going to overpower people in our offensive run game. We've got a nice athletic quarterback, but he's not Cam Newton at 250 pounds that we're going to slam up in there 30 times a game. Trey Roberson can run, but he's not a guy you want to run every game and wear him out and beat him up. So I felt the biggest impact we could have on our football team, other than maturity and leadership and chemistry, was getting back to the passing game that I'm used to. Now, we haven't changed any terminology. We really haven't added or changed any plays. It's an emphasis of coaching, teaching, and developing the passing game, and I think that's what Coach Luttrell brings, and that's probably the main change I hope that will help Will and our offensive football team. I mean, we play a lot of young guys. Got a lot of young guys. We got a lot of young guys that didn't play good enough to win, and so it's across the board. I mean, just because you played and you're coming back doesn't mean you're going to be better. I think our football team understands, and we've addressed that. There's no, even though I like the way Trey played at the end of the year, when you're 1-11, there's no job safe. We're a young football team that didn't play well. We've grown in leadership. We've only got 5 seniors that were recruited on scholarship in our football program right now. We'll have 3 walk-ons. So we'll have 8 seniors on our football team. We'll be one of the youngest teams again after all those young guys we played. And we did recruit outside of JC's, and these guys will tell you they've been working with it. I think we recruited another good class of young freshmen. So we're a young football team, but making strides with those guys, it's going to be a work in progress. But I'm telling you, we're not going to win. These guys defensively are going to play better. We're not going to win at a high level scoring 18 points a football game. And I'm not used to that. It's been about 13 years since I've seen that one in my first year at Northwestern. We're going to get back and try our darndest. Now, we'll say this. Our players are going to be better. The biggest thing that's going to change this year, I think our coaches are going to coach a lot better. And the one guy coaching a lot better will be me. I think I'm a lot better knowing my role, knowing my job, how to manage it, and be a better football coach. Because of all the things that I think happened to our program last year, I think I did as poor a job as anyone being a daily football coach. We've addressed that with our staff. I think our football coaching staff will coach better. These men have worked hard. They're going to be better. We're excited to roll. We're young and growing. I think our coaches have maybe made more improvement than our players, and that needed to happen. Time management, taking some administrative things. Well, there's so many people in our organization that touch our players more than me. I think last year I still, in transitioning in the spring, didn't maybe get a chance to sell and get support people and whether it be an academic supporter, video supporter, equipment supporter, medical supporter, administrative supporter, whatever. We're 100 some players. We're 250 some people in an organization, and all those people right now are 1 in 11. We all are. From the first person that says hello when you walk in our building to the person that's cleaning it up at night, we're 1 in 11. So we've tried to address those folks, but I've tried to do some things administratively to free my hands, to get people on my page, both a little bit more internal leadership, where instead of me being, because I don't want to be a micromanager, I want to be a ball coach. And I've worked hard this year. Hopefully I'm going to be a lot better than these. These guys are going to be better. Hopefully the key guy being better is going to be me.
We've made strides, in the winter, in the spring, and especially in the summer. When we're going to compete this year, I think that's going to be the biggest difference. We're going to go toe to toe with teams, and we're going to see how the game plays out. We're going to play all 4 quarters. We'll be a lot better, now that coach has been with us for 2 years, we know what to expect day in and day out, and he's a great coach. We have a great staff, and we're ready for the football season.
Well, Coach talking a lot about the offense, being really young. Yeah. As you hear those words. What are you kind of playing for this year? So personal.
Well, my biggest thing I was working on in the offseason is just leadership and taking the guys and just show them how to work and how to go day to day about business. But I'm definitely taking pride in my last season and trying to get everybody on the same page and just pushing guys each day. Just being able to compete and win games. It's been a long 3-4 years, and I just want to be able to go out and being able to be a part of the foundation that's being built here, because I know, it's going to come. And, I just want to be able to say, I helped turn something around, and I think, we'll be able to do that.
Tell them real quick here, spring, summer, what was the original goal coming out of winter? Wasn't to be a bowl team or BDX game. The original January goal, what was our team goal? It was what?
The team.
The team. And the team is what?
The Hoosier to the right and Hoosier to the left. So
that's all we've done.
Yep.
That's all we're doing. Just trying to build our team. No standard of wins. Got to get this win. We got to play better defense. We got to get stops. We've done a good job of developing the team and developing leaders. We'll see if that transfers into making stops, completing passes, rushing the ball, getting picks, and playing better football, kicking the ball better. So we'll talk about the schematics in time. But where we're different this year, we've worked hard on how to be a team and build a team. Last year we were learning each other in schemes. Now we're learning how to play Big Ten football. Personally, and I think it's set up, and the SEC does, I really like the way we did it in the Big 12, even though, and if we got the Nebraska guys, we lost the Oklahoma-Nebraska rival. But I don't like the fact that I've got guys that would go through 4 years now and never have a chance to go to Lincoln. And they're in my conference, so we can't play that team. I was at Northwestern. I played 4 Big Ten games. I've never been to Happy Valley, and it's game 11 for us. I kind of like you play your 5 and you play 3 for 2, home and home, and you drop and play the next 3, because that way these guys are going to play everyone in our league at least twice. And I really liked, even though it broke a traditional rival, and we didn't want to maybe put teams on a certain side, I got it. But at the end, I thought the competitive balance of our league, it was fair, and I thought it was best for the players. I thought playing in those venues was neat. And the way our league's set up right now, not every kid gets that opportunity. And so nothing against Michigan State, phenomenal team, and a rival we go back a long time with. So it's nice you got them, but when they're not in your bracket, You know, I kind of wished it was the old 3-3. I really like that. And the SEC does it our way. Some teams do it the other way. I really like the other way.
Coach, with that being said, from a Nebraska standpoint, you spent time in Oklahoma, they were in the Big 12, kind of looking in at Nebraska's program and how Bo did his first year in the Big 10. I know how that changed. Can you talk about that? You guys are
You know, I just saw their tape, and he's a good friend, and we shoot our offices. We're partners beside each other, and I'm an O guy, and he's a D guy, so we had those little battles, and we'd golf around with our little boys once in a while, but didn't study him. You know, we had so many issues with us. You know, coming into the league, it's a change in prep time and how to do things and just different opponents. And I know there's a high standard set there. I know he's a quality coach, and they're going to play well. I'm sure he will probably talk about the adjustments he's going to make to significantly play at a higher level, because I know his standard. I know what he's capable of doing. So I think you'll see a positive shift this year. Not that last year was the worst year of Nebraska football, but it is such a high bar. I got great respect for Bo and his staff, and those players still got to play. But it'll be interesting not having played them. I'll kind of admire and watch and study how he does, because I believe he'll, like myself, look at a lot of things he needs to change to adapt to give his kids a chance to play at a higher level.
Coach, I know Kenny Mullis, a guy that you said Nebraska over the past secondary. What are your expectations?
Young guy, pretty good. You know, we've worked. You know, you think leaders, you think of seniors. We didn't have a lot. No disrespect to these three guys. I don't know if I've got one guy to say, hey, you're my team leader. Although all three of these guys are the three best maybe we have, and getting some phenomenal feedback from our players about some of the things these guys are doing behind scenes that I love. But I wanted to target some young guys, and Kenny was a guy, and I think maybe let's have Larry or Will, or Larry on defense, or Adam. I think for a young guy, as a guy just a freshman, he's got a great presence. He has a great leadership presence. And he's not up there giving the win-win for the Gipper speech all the time. I think Kenny Mullen's a great young player and going to be a great young leader for us. What do you think, Larry?
Yeah, he brings it every day, and he shows up to work. And only going to a sophomore year, you wouldn't expect that much maturity from him. But he's very mature, and he's just a great guy to be around. Good teammate.